Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be giving you a little tour around my workspace / bedroom since they are the same thing. I was tidying up and I thought I'd ask on Twitter if anyone would be interested to see it while it was tidy, and some people said yes, so I hope you enjoy it. So this sign that we have on the door, first up, I have had for many years, and it will be taken down when it stops being applicable, but right now that is not the case, so for now it's definitely staying. Just inside the door here we have a little cabinet which I bought from a company called Melody Maison. I really like the sort of French antique distressed look, and then also because it's distressed you don't have to worry about messing it up a little bit because you can just say it's part of the design. On top of the little cabinet I've got some artificial succulents because I have the ability to kill even succulents. So my plants have been moved to the kitchen because sadly they won't grow in here due to lack of light. I can't imagine why. Just underneath the cabinet we have a little electric tea light thing because I like glowing things, and then we also have a picture of my character Cinnamon that was sent to me by Cantea, who is an incredible artist. Please go and check out her work. And yeah, she sent me this and it was a nice surprise. I really love it, it's so beautiful. So yeah, that sits at pride of place at the bottom of the cabinet as well. So next we move on to my traditional art desk. I have 2 desks in this room. I don't necessarily have space for 2 desks, but sacrifices had to be made. The sacrifice in this case is that it's very difficult to make my bed. But I wanted to be able to have separate workspaces for my digital and traditional art because that was becoming a big problem for me. And so at the start of this year I really kind of resolved to sort out my working situation and figure out a way to make my workplaces kind of work together in harmony in a way, so this was part of my solution. So this desk is from IKEA. Thank you again to Cantea who told me about this desk, because in some form of desperation I posted on Twitter asking if anyone could tell me where to find a desk of these very specific measurements to fit in between my door and the bed, and she linked me to this one, which was only 40 quid. And when it arrived it said 2-person assembly, so I was kind of like oops, but I managed to put it together and it's all done and it's great and I really like it, and it's been perfect for recording YouTube videos. The only thing I would like to change is to invest in a monopod, I think it's called, like a tripod with the one leg and then a longer base so that the legs of the tripod don't end up in the video, because I've had some issues with that. But apart from that it's been working really well for me. I use a very basic daylight lamp which I got from Hobbycraft. I think they're about £25 normally, but I got it on offer for 20. It's got a really good light and it has made such an improvement to my working space and my YouTube videos as well. On this desk, as well as it being my traditional working space, I also have my laptop, which is a Dell Latitude, which I picked up on eBay for about 100 quid. It's just an old refurbished business laptop. It's about 7 years old, but it's been great for me. I specifically wanted an old laptop because I like the old style keyboards, but it's also been great for playing D&D online with my friends and Discord and Skype, and I have just installed some art software and my editing software on there as well for tablet reviews, and it's been great for that. So yeah, it was a pretty good purchase actually. So on this desk we have a box of various papers and keepsakes and knickknacks. There is also a Bandai Bodycon figurine which I use for posing and anatomy reference as well. Above the desk I also have some cute little frames which I intended to put something else in, but they came with these really sweet little beach themed pictures and I thought they were so cute I wanted to keep them in there. At the end of the bed, just next to the desk, we have a nebulous mass of cables which contains somewhere a PS3 and a Wii U, as well as some DVDs and various games I've been playing. I am going to be getting a Switch soon. I'm very excited. One of my friends is going to be selling me theirs, so that's super cool. But yeah, this part of the room definitely needs some tidying up. Just above that we have my TV, which I pinched from the living room because my TV had a load of dead pixels. So yeah, it was nice to get a slightly bigger telly in here. Next up is my bed, which there's not a lot to say about apart from I made it this morning, which could be considered an achievement of sorts. I have a cushion on this bed which I got printed with my artwork on from Redbubble, not entirely out of vanity but more because I just wanted to see what the print quality was like, and I was pretty impressed with it. There's also an IKEA shark on this bed which I did order at the same time as my desk, just because I really wanted an IKEA shark, you know? Sometimes you just see something and you gotta have it. Over my bed I have 2 framed pictures. I do put these on a rotation, so sometimes I put different illustrations in here, but at the moment this is what I've got. I've got a piece that I bought from Siren when I met her in London, and she was really sweet, and I bought this print from her and she signed it for me. And then I've also got a print that I bought from Will Kirkby of Vax from Critical Role. This is such an amazing piece, it's got so much detail. I love Vax and the colours went so well with my room, so naturally when I saw it I just had to take it home. On the other side of the room we have my digital workspace, which was my primary desk until I got the IKEA one. This is again from Melody Maison. It's a solid wood desk because I live opposite speed bumps, and when heavy vehicles go over the speed bumps the furniture shakes. So I wanted something that moved as little as possible. Here you'll find my main digital drawing setup, which includes my drawing tablet, which is a Wacom Cintiq 22 HD. I bought this tablet at the start of the year. I actually ordered it on Christmas Day, because happy Christmas to me, and I'm really enjoying using it. It's probably been the best investment I've made for my artwork. It's probably my favourite thing in this room, and yeah, it's just worked out really well for me. I'm really happy with how my digital workspace is working out right now. It feels very practical. It feels like I wanted it to feel, which I wasn't getting before with my old setup. My computer is a custom build from PC Specialist. It's got a 250 gig hard drive, which I probably would have invested in more if I had known I would be going into YouTube and therefore storing a lot of video files. I kind of went with what I could afford at the time, so while it could be better, it could definitely be a lot worse, and it is more than adequate for what I want it to do. On the side of the computer we have some stickers. I have stickers from Critical Role, Carntea, Fez Baker, and also Tzila Bean as well. Next to the computer is my keyboard, which doesn't really fit on the desk very well because that's what happens if you don't measure your tablet before you buy it, and then it arrives and you discover that it has taken over 90% of your desk. Behind the keyboard we have a cross stitch I made of Fina from Grandia, which is my favourite video game. I've been meaning to do one of Justin as well, but I just haven't got around to getting the thread yet. But yeah, I've been meaning to do a Grandia fan art for a while because it's my favourite game and I'm super excited for the HD remaster, so yeah, that's definitely something I'm planning for the future. In the drawers I have collections of zines and art books from various different artists. I also have a small collection of toy cars which I bought for reference purposes. I discovered while working on Wired, which involves a lot of city scenes with cars, that it's not always very easy to find references of cars of the particular model you need at the angle you need, and so I thought I'd buy a load of toy cars when I saw them on sale, and then I've got a few rough references that I can adapt to what I need, and it has proven very useful. There's also a copy of the Voltron comic with the SDCC exclusive cover, which I was very excited to receive. I got this as a gift from the guys who run the official Voltron podcast as a thank you for taking part in the podcast last year. I also have some D&D stuff, some glasses wipes, some more comics, and loads of sticky notes in these drawers as well. And of course there is the inevitable cable drawer, in which I don't really know what anything is or what it attaches to. I just have a standard daylight bulb in the lamp that stands next to the computer. I want to get another lamp because it doesn't match the room, but I can't find any now that have cables long enough because the sockets in my room are in awkward places, so at the moment the lamp doesn't really match anything. Next to that, as you can see, just my phone on charge, and then we also have some artificial flowers and another glowing lamp thing which needs some more batteries because it's not glowing so well right now. I have some of my jewellery collection here on this desk, which includes some lovely earrings that my friends bought for me. I have a very distinctive weakness for geometric patterns at this point, so that's definitely a thing that's creeping into all of my collections. And I also store my pins in this pot as well. Next we have my wardrobe, which used to be used for clothes but is now used for storing art supplies and art books. I can't really get any of it down to show you because it is a bit of a hazard and I really need to sort out whatever is happening in the top of the cupboard, but you can see I've got some of my anatomy reference books within easy reach, and at the back there's a load of DVDs and there's also a load of art books as well, which I really like looking at and getting inspiration from, but right now I can't really access them. In the left hand side of the wardrobe we have a dice box which I'm planning on painting, so let me know if you guys would be interested to see that. I also have a bunch of sketchbooks which all have a purpose, I promise, and as you can see I've been stocking up on the WH Smith ones while they've been on offer, and I also have some line notebooks as well which I use for story ideas whenever I come up with anything and need to jot it down quickly. Right hand side of the wardrobe there's a load of pencil cases. There's ones that I store my Copic refills in and my loose watercolours. I also have a really pretty crystal design one, which was given to me by my friend Kate, aka Blue Fate. I will put her link in the description if you want to check it out. In here is also a no-name brandless light box that I bought on eBay, which has actually been really useful, and my D&D player guides as well. In here I also store my microphone, which is a blue snowball. It's been really good, I highly recommend it. And I also have a bendy legged tripod as well, which is coming quite useful for alternate angles on my videos. Most of my markers live in these really handy Deflecto marker storage cases, which can unfold to pretty much any shape, and also you can tip them upside down and the markers won't tip out, and they lay on their side or stand upright, which is really useful because a lot of markers you have to store them horizontally. At the bottom of this wardrobe we have some drawers which are from really useful storage, in which I have a very roughly ordered arrangement of art supplies, including markers, watercolours, coloured pencils, there's some paints and palettes, and this kind of needs another workout just so I can figure out where everything is, and I might cut out some labels on the portrait, the silhouette cutter, and then label them better so I know exactly where everything is, but for now it's kind of as good as it's going to get at the moment. Next to the wardrobe you'll find a cupboard, which wasn't here when we moved in, but we had it put in and it's been really useful for storage because I definitely needed it. This is where my clothes live now, and as you can see I like my floral print, so there's quite a lot of that going on in there. And then at the top I keep some of my convention stock and also some of my business stuff as well. Underneath my bed I've got some various books which didn't quite fit in the wardrobe, including the Critical Role art book, some Imagine FX magazines which I've hung on to because they've been really useful to me, some general art and painting magazines, and some game guides, some of which have been drifting around for I don't even want to guess at how long. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire room. I think I've covered everything. There is no option to separate my art working area from my sleeping area. That would kind of be the dream, but at the moment we don't have a spare room, so I'm working with what I've got, and I do feel that this working space is a lot more practical for me than it was last year, so I am very happy with where I've got it at this moment in time. So I really hope you enjoyed looking around it. Thank you for stopping by to check out this video. Please let me know if you have any questions or if you would like to see anything particular in the future. I really appreciate your feedback, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!